Hola Brawlers, it's me again, your game host manager Is. I'm very happy to be here with you again in our great channel of Eternal Brawl. Now, before I start with this video, I want to ask you, have you loaded up with your summoning stones yet? If you haven't, you better do so, because remember that having a minimum of 5 summoning stones will qualify you to be whitelisted in our Space Token event. Yeah, you heard that right. And it's not only that. If you also have army boxes, which was the NFT asset from our first game War Cyndia, plus summoning stones in your inventory, then you will get free space tokens. Yes, I'm not kidding. Free space tokens for all of our loyal warriors and brawlers. We always want the best for you. And also remember, the pre-sale is ending soon, which means that our summoning stones will not be at the price that they are now, so cheap, 0.1 Ethereum. No, the price will be multiplied by 5, at least. It will go on from 0.5 Ethereum to 1 Ethereum in the upcoming events. So you better head over to eternalbrawl.io and buy your summoning stones now. And in case you are like, wait, why do I need these summoning stones? And you haven't watched our previous videos, which you should. Just a little tiny reminder, summoning stones is our in-game asset that will allow you to summon rare heroes, legendary skins, and zodiac pets. Zodiac pets are basically treasure hunting animals, which means that they provide you with additional income. They are basically a money-making machine and will give you a lot of advantages in the games. So these summoning stones not only provide with you cool effects, cool images, cool assets, but additional income and greater advantages in the game. So you don't want to miss the chance to be in advantage in our space token events and later on in the game. So you know what to do, Brawlers. One of the heroes that can be summoned using our stones is CERBERUS. Now, CERBERUS was the second of 4 monster children's child of their other monster parents called Echidna and Typhon. All of them were multi-headed. But it is said that CERBERUS actually had more siblings. Some of the siblings include Orthus, the Colchian dragon, the Sphinx, the Nemean lion, and more. If you Google them, you will see all of these are crazy creatures. And CERBERUS was his siblings, so it's really cool. It's just a family of really weird creatures. Anyhow, I'm gonna tell you more about how CERBERUS actually looked, who he really was. So, CERBERUS is depicted as having 3 heads and a tail that resembles a serpent. Not only that, CERBERUS has a bunch of snakes sticking out of its body in different parts. Really scary. Scarier than all the monsters I ever imagined under my bed. How did the monster under your bed look like when you were a child? Anything like CERBERUS? Tell me about it. You can tag me on the Telegram group referring to this video or send me a tweet. Is Lopez, is Lopez. And I will receive your tweet and share it. I really want to know how the monsters under your bed looked and if they looked anything like CERBERUS. Anyhow, let's continue on with this video. So I think I got a little excited describing all the serpents and the heads, but something important to know is that CERBERUS' basic shape was that of a dog. That is why Greek mythology described CERBERUS as a multi-headed dog that guards the entrance of the Underworld. He is basically also known as the Hound of Hades, which Hades, as you remember, is the god of the Underworld. CERBERUS' job was to devour anyone who tried to escape Hades' kingdom, and also he refused the entrance to any living humans. However, we are not all perfect. And on 3 occasions, CERBERUS was tricked by visitors of the Underworld. Now, the first time CERBERUS was tricked, it was when Eurydice, the wife of Orpheus, the mythic hero, when she died, Orpheus went to seek his beloved in the Underworld. Now, CERBERUS wasn't gonna let him pass. But Orpheus charmed CERBERUS with his music. CERBERUS was transformed. he was tamed beyond recognition and stepped aside and allowed Orpheus to pass. Wow, I can't imagine how beautiful that music was to having tamed Cerberus. I want to sleep to that music. So, this second time was when Aeneas, the Trojan hero, was trying to visit the Underworld. He wanted to visit his dead father. Now, Aeneas received help from the Sibyl of Cumae, who was the priestess and the prophet of the god Apollo. Now, the Sibyl threw a honey cake spiced up with some drowsy essences to Cerberus. Cerberus smelled that delicious honey cake and ate it immediately. After he ate it, he fell asleep immediately. So, this is how then the Sibyl ended up taking Aeneas to visit his dead father. And Cerberus was once again tricked. Have any of you ever heard the expression "a sob for Cerberus"? Well, it originates from this story. It basically means quieting down an uncooperative person with a bribe. Pretty interesting, huh? Now, the third and the most popular time that Cerberus was strict was when Hercules, if you remember from our previous video, had to use his strength to drag him from the underworld to the living world. A really big challenge. So yes, Cerberus is also known by the capture Hercules did of him as part of the 12 tasks of labor that Hercules had to do for the king Eurystheus. Now, Hades allowed this to happen, but he said that the only condition was that Hercules had to do it without using any weapon. What a challenge. Cerberus was extremely strong, huge, all those heads. Just imagine having to do so. But as you remember, Hercules is basically invincible. So, even though Hercules was bit by Cerberus' serpent tail, he managed to put him on a stranglehold until Cerberus passed out. Then he tied him with diamond chains and brought him to the living world, to King Eurystheus. Now, when King Eurystheus saw this, he was so horrified that literally he hid in his great jar. This ended up leading Hercules to believe that Eurystheus really didn't want to see Cerberus, but that he sent him to do this task just because he thought that the task was impossible. Hercules is basically a true demigod in flesh. Anyhow, enough about Hercules, let's move on to Cerberus again. So basically, if you were dead and you were living in the underworld, Cerberus was extremely kind and friendly. Kind of like some possessive dogs in real life. Do you have any pets that are possessive over you? Please send me a photo of you and your pet to my Twitter. I would love to see it. But anyhow, so basically, you were covered if you were just dead and chilling and living happily in the underworld. But if you were a dead spirit that actually wanted to escape the underworld and go back to the living, oh god, Cerberus would become a savage and would prevent this from happening at all costs. In general, wild dogs were feared and much revered in the Greek culture. Basically, in ancient Greeks, everyone thought that wild dogs were amazing, extraordinary guardians, and Cerberus was definitely one. So all this terror and these ideas were exemplified in Cerberus. I mean, if you think about it, Cerberus, from all the people trying to go into hell and all the people trying to come out of hell, was only defeated 3 times. That is pretty amazing. Anyhow, as a 3-headed dog with a bunch of snake heads sneaking out of his back and different parts of his body, and then having one snake that is venomous as his tail, Cerberus makes a pretty dope, cool, amazing character in Eternal Brawl. Cerberus has an extraordinary comprehensive ability of 75 in Eternal Brawl. He has an attack mode of 77 and a defense mode of 67. Cerberus has an explosive force of 76 and a control level of 57. He has a support rating of 50. Amazing, right? So, how did you find the first monster in our game Eternal Brawl? His family lineage and his appearance is pretty scary and creepy, right? I am sure that with these characters, players will have so much fun playing and also earning. And also, as you have seen, it seems to not matter if you're a god, a goddess, a demon, a monster. It seems like all the lives of these characters are connected. So stay tuned because I'm gonna keep sharing them. And soon, I will also introduce the first character from our Terrans category, aka our humans category. So stay tuned because you don't want to miss them. The characters are just incredible. And remember that you can also see them in our website, eternalbrawl.io. Now, thank you so much for watching, my dear brawlers. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, on Telegram, and Discord so you can stay tuned with all of our content. Stay cool, my dear brawlers.